The tension is palpable and you can understand why. Two high-level sides about to face each other, and it's anyone's guess how this is going to end up. And good evening on what is a perfect night for football. The floodlights shining down on the players as we speak. I'm Derek Ray in the commentary position, and I'm joined for analysis by Stuart Robson. And all set to bring you this game from the Ekstraklasa. Stuart, what are you expecting?
Well, Derek, as is always the case, the team that dominates midfield will be the team that controls the flow of the game. And that, for me, is the area that's key today.
Well, here is the lineup for the hosts today.
Well, it's regarded as a negative shape, but if they control the middle of the park, play some expansive football, the wide players can then come in field to join the centre forward, and the fullbacks can push on. Let's hope they do that today.
Can he play it in? And it was there for them to take the lead so early on here.
Well, they've certainly started brightly, and that should have been the opening goal, no doubt about that.
Well, he's featured on the back pages of quite a few newspapers in recent days, taking on his old club, and Stuart, different players react to that in different ways.
Well, Derek, I always found it difficult playing against my old clubs, especially Arsenal. I just felt so strange. It might well be the same for him today, hopefully not.
And given away. What can they do from here? Oh, that's a really good run. And unable to keep the ball. Could be. Well, he would have been disappointed had he spilled that one. He's showing a real will to win the ball. Trying to open them up. He might be able to make it through. Well, that was all down to the pressure applied, and a throw forthcoming. It needs an accurate cross. Well, very effective goalkeeping to touch it over. With the game level, let's see what they can do with this corner. Let's see about the delivery. And in the end, no damage done. I must say, this looks promising. And a throw-in it's going to be. Firing it towards goal. And no problems at all for the keeper.
Well, this has to get better because as those stats confirm, the attacking play from both sides just hasn't been good enough. It's all been a little bit too cautious so far.
Well, what can they do to stop him running at them? Well, it came to nothing in the end. And the electronic board showing 1 additional minute. Well, it didn't happen for them in attack. So the half-time whistle. Well, as they get the ball rolling again, interesting to see how the second half pans out. And the referee blows for a foul. Well, there to intercept. He continues his run. Fine tackle there to prevent the chance. Must take the lead here. And they have. You've got to say, it has been coming.
Well, here you can see what a good goal this is. He hits it so cleanly and the keeper has no chance. That's a great strike. Well, just look at his reaction. That could prove to be a massive goal for his team.
And the ball moving again. What sort of response will we see from them now? Well read to ease the pressure. Well, we've been wondering if this might come to pass. It has officially gone through, I can tell you. Hakan Çalhanoğlu has completed his move to St James's Park, Stuart.
Well, it's an exciting transfer, isn't it? He'll add a lot of quality to his new club, and you'd expect him to have an impact straight away. Good player and fair value for him, I think.
Chances on. And it might be. Oh, not to be. That would have put them well on their way, Stuart.
Well, that could prove to be a big miss. Surely has to score there.
And a strong tackle. He's in here. And a goal! They've increased their lead, and they don't want to be throwing it away from here.
Well, as you can see, he gave the keeper no chance there. He looked so confident, didn't he? That's a cool finish.
So underway once more, 2-0 the lead here. And in with a real chance. And a goal. It was served up on a silver platter for him.
Well, here it is again. It's an easy finish in the end, but what was the keeper thinking? That's a poor bit of defending.
Three goals without reply. And into the last 15 minutes of action. Extremely sloppy in possession. Well, there's a living, breathing example of positional sense. Well, putting it wide from there, disappointing. Well, they have elected to go to the bench at this stage of the game. Delightful pass. Well, with tackling like that, the onus is on the referee to take action, potentially. And fired from the flank into the area. And that's easy peasy for the keeper. And so the referee blows for full time, and it goes down as a victory for the visitors.
Well, I think we could have predicted this. The worst attack against the best defence. These fans aren't happy, are they? What a poor...
Well, this is the kind of match every football fan looks forward to. A lot on the line and the likelihood of a tension-packed occasion. Stay with us, we'll have all the action for you live right here on EA TV. Hello and welcome. We have to be honest, it's not a very pleasant night for football. The rain has been coming down heavily in advance of this game. My name's Derek Ray, and delighted to have alongside me, as usual on these occasions, Stuart Robson. And very excited because it's match day 1 here in the UEFA Europa Conference League. Stuart, what are you expecting?
Well, thanks, Derek. This is such an important game. Both sides will be desperate to start this group well. Let's hope we see some great football today.
Well, he could really get at the opposition. That is a very fine challenge in difficult circumstances. And this is the initial 11 for the visitors today.
Well, it's certainly a back four, but I think we'll see a lot of rotation in midfield. They just need to have a good understanding about when to support the front player and when to drop that little bit deeper. It certainly looks like a 4-5-1 to me.
Well, who will be the player to decide the outcome, to determine the course of events? No reason at all why it won't be this man, Stuart. What do you anticipate seeing from him?
Well, Derek, I thought he was brilliant last time out. Scored a couple of goals, but it was his general play as well that was excellent. Coming short to receive the ball, making runs in behind defenders. He was outstanding, and I'm sure we're going to see more of the same today.
Nicely timed tackle. Trying to open up the defence. A matter of keeping his composure. It could be up for grabs. And a time for cool heads.
Well, you have to think they're going to take the lead at some point, because they're really looking dangerous at the moment.
Yes, they just have to make sure they stay defensively compact here. And a good challenge to bring that attack to an end. And passing it through. He's in behind the defence here. And a goal. It was served up on a silver platter for him.
Well, as you can see, the defending is really poor, but he won't mind. It's a simple finish for him.
Back underway, and 1-0 it is. Let's see what happens next. Svensson. Marksen. And the emphasis is on creativity. Well, you have to categorise that as a missed opportunity. Well, can do better in terms of the pass. Well, back and forth in terms of possession. And that was a very fine read. Opportunity it is. Well, that is high-level goalkeeping.
Well, he's just pulled off a great save there. That's goalkeeping of the highest quality, I would say.
Electing to shoot. Well, didn't miss by very much, and never easy to strike it on the volley in that fashion.
Well, from that range, though, it should be a goal. At least it should hit the target.
So, the whistle then. We're at the half. Away they go again. Second half is underway here. He's in behind. It's opened up for him. And a goal! He's doubled his total for the day in superb scoring form.
Well, they made this look so easy, didn't they? But as you can see, the defending is really poor. Where were they? Well, that's just what he wanted. He has to be happy with this performance. They've been good today.
2-0 here, and the ball is moving again. An effective challenge. And Hansen. Plenty of forward momentum here, but can they produce? Well, it came to nothing in the end. Real chance. Main priority to hit the target, but couldn't do so.
Well, he'd certainly like to have that back again. That was a big chance missed.
And they will make the change now. Ingvarsson. Just moving back into that deeper position. Can he find the net? Oh, fine stop. Here it is now, a substitution. It's a short corner. Well, they would have been disappointed had he spilled that one. Now they have possession in a good area of the pitch. "20 minutes to go in this one. A real opening now. And rattling the post. There it is! A fantastic goal, and no wonder he's off celebrating.
Well, just take another look at this, because he reacts so well, and he then keeps his composure. It's a good finish. Well, no wonder he's delighted. They're bossing the game now.
Is this going to be a thrashing? 3-0 now. Nygren. Oh, he's through here. And a goal this time. Applying the finishing touch. Just what the doctor ordered.
Well, here it is again, and wow, just look how close that is. It's the perfect finish in the end.
So the ball is moving again. We've been treated to 4 goals. 3-1 the score. Room to manoeuvre on the wing. A fine reading of the situation. Well, he's certainly not alone. Well, they kept their shape defensively. Job done for now. Counter-attacking chance. And intercepted it. Well, if you're wondering about added time, 2 minutes it'll be. Takes aim! What a save! Well, they've decided to make a change. Trying to pick out a teammate. And the referee says that will do it for this matchday 1 contest, and it doesn't get much better than 3 points for starters.
Yeah, that's a good win and a vital 3 points. Another win next time out, and they'll be in a great position.